Join the Yoga Traveler membership where you will have access to the entire video library, over 80 videos, and 200 plus hours of content to enjoy. yogatraveler.online/membership.
Hello, welcome to Renew and Restore, where we'll stretch out our body and move a little slower to take care of the areas that often feel tight. Give them a little love. So we're actually going to start laying down on our back, like in a Shavasana. Sometimes I like to come full circle. So we'll start here, laying on our back, and then we end there, and hopefully our body feels completely different by the time we get there a second time. So let's lay down. If it's comfortable for you to prop your knees, maybe with a pillow or a blanket or something, that can take the strain off of your back, your low back specifically. So feel free to prop up if you need to. And let's just close our eyes and start to connect with the breath. I like to be on our back sometimes when we're feeling the breath, because we can notice not just the rise and fall of the upper chest, but around to the rib cage, into the low back area. So each time we take in air, it's like a renewal. Each time we release, we're letting something go. Just breathe deep. Feel the sensations of air running in and out. And see if you can get connected. Let's take a big breath together. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Nice long stretch through the sides of the body, like we're waking up first thing in the morning. And then bend your knees. And we want to adjust our back a little bit. So tilt your pelvis so that the curve of the spine connects to the floor. So now my lower back is flat on the mat. And take your right ankle to your left knee to make a figure four. Reach through, grab on to your left knee, and pull toward the floor. So our head goes back down. If it's hard to bring your head down because maybe your hips are really tight, prop yourself with a blanket or a pillow just a little bit so that you're not straining your upper body. We want our shoulders to feel relaxed. We want our back to feel relaxed so that the outer hip and hamstring can start to relax. These are tight areas of the body, and sometimes they need to be a little bit coaxed. This really is one of my favorite stretches. I feel like it's gentle enough to be done right as we're starting yoga, like we are now. It's also really nice to be done at the end of our day, maybe unwind and stretch out these tight areas. Good. Now release the hold. Let's switch feet. Take the left ankle to the right knee, reach through, grab on, and lay back down. And now we're just feeling that outer left hip and hamstring. Sometimes I like to roll my ankles around. Maybe that feels nice to you as well. Can feel really good to do that. Just stretching out the feet, the limbs. Good, now let's start to bring ourselves, build a little energy. So we're gonna let go of our legs here and just roll over to one side. And carefully, remember we've been on our back, so don't come up too fast. But let's come to all fours so that we can take cat and cow. This pose is done a lot, but it's really beneficial for the entire spine. So let's start by dropping the belly. Pull the shoulders back, send your gaze upward. Inhale. Exhale, round through the spine. Pull and lift. Tuck your chin, tuck your hips. Lengthen that cervical spine. Inhale, arch, belly drops down. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch, drop the belly, send the gaze up. Exhale, round, pull and lift. Let's take it a little faster. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral. Good job. Let your knees open a little wider. And let's sit back onto the hips for child's pose. If it's comfortable to drop your forehead onto the floor, great. If that feels like that's too deep, grab one of your blocks. Place it on the floor, and then just put your forehead on the block. And this can line the cervical spine and maybe take a little pressure off of the shoulders, especially if we bend our elbows. So that's an option that you could try in this child's pose. Like I said, we're moving a little bit slower today, just honoring the body and honoring the sensation of rest. But at the same time, we're going to stretch. We're going to stimulate and warm so that we can deepen these stretches. Good. Come up back onto all fours and let's get onto our feet. So just step up and let yourself continue to hang forward. I've got my feet hip width distance apart, so we're creating a little space in our back. Let yourself hang forward, loose through the neck, loose through the jaw, soft in the knees to ease the back. And just roll up through the spine, slow and steady. As we come up, our shoulders roll back, and we'll just take some vinyasa. This is a modified vinyasa. We're just going to do it on our feet. So no going to the floor, just folding and lifting, moving with breath. Here we go. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. You can soften your knees here or you can keep them straight. It's totally up to you. Come all the way down as far as you can go and shift your weight forward so you can feel the hamstrings lengthening. You're also welcome to bend your knees. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the shoulder blades back. Lift up through the center of the body. Exhale, fold back down into your legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up to the sky. Exhale, Samasthiti, arms by your side. Let's just do that a couple of times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive forward, soften the knees if you want. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down into the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up to the sky. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. 2 more times, I think. Inhale, lift. Move with your breath. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down into the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Last time for now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Let's keep going. Come back to our knees. Exhale, hands down. I'm going to turn to my side just so you can see for all fours. Good. Now, let's take our right hand, keep our right hand on the floor, and rotate onto that right side. So pull your right knee back so you're making a little kickstand, and guide yourself open through this left side of the body. Pull your left arm overhead, and let's just circle that shoulder. Drawing over. If your neck is strained at all today, it's gentle to look down. So feel free to look down. Good. Now let's go the other direction with our shoulder. So we're taking our circle the other way. Should build a little warmth into the shoulder socket and some opening up of our chest. Good. Good. Nice. Place that hand down, and let's take the right foot forward so we'll get off of our knee, but extend that left leg back. So we're in a low lunge, Anjaneyasana variation maybe. Feel free to utilize blocks. So you can place your hands on your blocks, press down with the hips so that we're opening up through the inner thigh and groin. If this is still too deep, hands on the floor or even on the blocks, feel free to lift here. There's no right way. The right way is to listen to the body. Do what your body needs. Good. And just press. A little bit of hamstrings. Let's shift back into our left hip. So if you're using blocks, you might pull them with you as you fold forward over the leg. You see that I have my right foot flexed here. So we can feel the hamstring and the calf on that right side as we fold forward. You may not need the blocks, then just take your hands to the floor. Whatever. And just relax your head. Breathe. We're going to get deeper into our hips and hamstrings as we go. So these poses are helping us to warm up. Good. Now come forward. Let's get up onto our feet. So lift up onto that left foot and draw the heel to the floor. Start by taking your right elbow to your thigh, and then pull that left arm overhead. This is very much like we did on the floor on our knee, but now we're making our right hip work a little bit harder. Feel free to stay here, or perhaps try a bind to deeper stretch the shoulders and the chest. So let's start by taking the left hand behind the hip. And then maybe pull your right hand in front of your leg underneath, and you can grab your fingers perhaps, then send your gaze back up to the sky. If this is too much for you, just try a half bind. Yeah, just like that is perfect. Good. Feel that chest, feel that hip. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. Gently release. Nicely done. Let's drop our left knee so that we can step our right knee back and repeat all of that on the other side. So this time we'll have our left hand to the floor, left knee on the ground, right foot pressing into the mat. And start to move your arm. Rotate in that shoulder. Feel your chest. So many areas in our body can get tight and tense. Shoulders are definitely one of them. How many of us hold stress in our shoulders? I certainly do. Let's go the other direction, huh? And then of course, paying attention to your neck. If it's easier to look down, look down. It might be easier on the neck. Plus it might help you to balance a little bit easier if you're looking down. Good. Good, nice. Good, now bring your hands down to the floor and let's take this left foot forward and we'll draw our right knee back. We're in our nice deep low lunge. Remember the options. You can have your hands on the ground. You can bring your hands to your blocks. You can lift your hands to your knee. All options are just fine. The point is to listen to the body and to feel that press. Deep pressure into the left hip, some length through the right hip flexor and quadricep there. Good. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up and shift back into your right hip. Flex the left foot and fold yourself over so that you've got the hamstring and the calf. If you need the blocks, hands on the blocks. Maybe you don't need them, I don't know. This is a half monkey pose, that half split. Today we're just taking it gentle and moving to feel the sensation gently. Good. Now inhale, come forward. Let's lift ourselves up onto the right foot, press it down, elbow to the thigh, and then pull that right arm up and overhead to open the rest of your chest and side body. So just like we were doing on the floor, on our knee, but now we've got our hip working a little bit harder. So this is Parsvakonasana. You can stay right here. Feel free to stay here. Maybe start binding. So this right arm is going to come behind your back. Stay here maybe. Maybe this left arm comes underneath. Grab your fingers if you can and send your gaze up. Pull open through the chest. Feel that deep sensation into the left hip. Good. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind your arms. Bring your hands down to the floor. Drop your knee and step back. Let's take a child's pose. Knees open. Sit back into the hips. Reach forward. Good. So hopefully we have felt some different kinds of sensations in our shoulders, in our hips. Different than when we started is kind of the key, right? We want to change the way we feel from our beginning. Good. Now lift up and let's sit down. Grab your strap. You might need that. Have your blocks close by. And let's do a beautiful sequence to help open up our hips so nicely. And we'll continue working on our chest a little bit. So start with your legs straight forward and let's bend our right knee. Put the knee up to the sky. Leave a little gap between your leg and your foot. Then place your strap around your left foot, and you might stay here, folding forward here. If you want to keep working on your shoulders, you could take your right arm around your leg, and then this left hand comes behind you. You might need your strap. Grab onto the strap back there. Some of you might be able to get your fingertips, then just hold your fingers and let yourself hang forward. So we're rounding our spine, dropping the head down. Good. This is Marichyasana a beautiful curved spine position. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Now lift up, release your hold, scoot your foot up against your leg, Marichyasana C. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, hook it on to the knee. And you can take the right hand to the floor, press against your leg, press against the floor, send your gaze back. Feel that tight spiraling along the spine. Starts really deep at the base of our spine and goes all the way up into the neck, that cervical spine. Good. Now inhale, come forward, release this right knee down to the floor and adjust just a little bit for Janu Sirsasana A. You might use your strap once again around the left foot. Sit tall, inhale, exhale, reach forward along that leg. Now this is a little bit deeper for the hamstring than we have done yet. A little bit more opening into the right hip you might feel. And some of you might feel some sensation in the low back. Just take the gaze down, roll the shoulder blades down your back. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale, lift up. Nice job. Exhale, guide your leg open to the side. Pravita Janu Sirsasana. Adjust just a little bit so you feel comfortable in the hands and the feet. And you may or may not utilize this strap here. We want to reach toward our leg. Some of you can grab your foot. I've got really long arms and a short torso. But we don't want to squish. We don't want to squish here. So let's draw our shoulder up to the sky and then maybe reach overhead. Some of you can grab your toe. If you're not grabbing your toe, don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Think about lengthening this side body, pressing the hip to the floor so you can really feel the length through that side of the body. It's all good. Some of us reach it and some of us don't. Everybody's body is different and it's all about the sensations. It's not about how we look in the pose. Good. Inhale, lift up. Nicely done. Exhale, open up to Upavista Konasana. So this one's intense for a lot of people. Do your best, right? Most important thing is probably to keep the toes pointed to the sky. Let's walk our hands down our legs and we'll start to really feel it in our legs. Now, a lot of times we take our hands forward. I think it makes our legs work a little harder if we reach along the legs. So if this is too much for you here, because I can really feel it in those internal rotators, feel free to take your arms forward. That's okay. That's okay. Just breathe. Ooh, our bodies might get closer to the floor with each exhale. That's the goal. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Wow, that's great. Exhale, bend the left knee. Now we're going to do everything on the opposite side in reverse. So you might take your strap now around your right foot. Lean toward that right side. Maybe you can grab your foot, then you don't need the strap. Let's pull the left shoulder to the sky and guide the arm overhead. Oh, side body. Good. You can feel that. I do love how it stretches down this edge of the hip. Maybe you can feel that too. I love that sensation. You can definitely tell my body needs that. Good. Inhale, lift up. Nice job. Let's bring our strap back to the middle. Our leg is now coming directly out of the hip. So readjust just a little bit. This is Janu Sirsasana A. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward for that extended leg. Feel free to use your strap or maybe you don't need it. Pull the shoulder blades down. Keep lifting through Uddiyana Bandha, navel locks. Engage. Good. And relax into that leg. Relax into your breath. Feel that deep sensation. This one's so beautiful for the back, the hamstring, and the hips. Those are areas that are highly stressed in our body. They're really beneficial here. Good. Good. Gently lift up. We can set the strap aside for a moment. Turn your left knee to the sky for Marichyasana C. Inhale, extend the right arm. Exhale, hook it onto your knee. Left hand to the floor. Sit tall. Pull your shoulders back. Squeeze through the middle of the body. We feel that deep rotation through our chest and right at the center of our body. Good for digestion. Really deep through the spine. The whole spine rotates. Yes? Good. Now inhale to the center. Exhale, open up just a little bit. Create a little space for Marichyasana A. You might place the strap around your foot. Pull it forward, round your back, drop your head, option A, or option B, wrap your knee, and then wrap behind. See if you can grab your strap or grab your fingers. Send your gaze down. Feel that curved spine. The gentle lift into the hip is really nice. Love those sensations. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release. I'm going to turn to my side. We've done a lot of forward bending. Let's lift back. So Purva Uttanasana, or a variation of it. Place your fingertips first. Point your toes. Maybe just straighten your arms. See how that presses your chest forward and squeezes the shoulder blades together. This feels so nice, just like this. If you feel like going deeper, you're welcome to. Lift the hips up and let the head fall back. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Nicely done. Let's lay ourselves on our back. Grab your strap. We're going to get deep into our hips. It will feel so nice. All right. So let's start by taking the strap around the right foot. Good. Now keep your left foot flexed on the floor. But if this is excruciating for your back, if your hip is really tight, your hamstring is really tight today, maybe bend your knee. So your right knee will bend, or left knee will bend. That's going to adjust the pelvis just a little bit, and you might find it a little bit easier to hold the pose. So feel free to take that adjustment if you want to. Now, those of you who are really bendy, you might be able to reach your toe and then you're just holding your toe there. That's totally fine. Everybody's so different. I have long arms and a short torso. So sometimes it's easier for me to grab my feet and things, and it's just all about proportions. It's all good. But really what we're trying to do is lengthen this hamstring here. You can feel that. My hamstring is very tight today. And we're just gonna breathe and try to let our body relax here. My body's working hard to relax, I'm not gonna lie. Whew, I need this restorative today. I need this renewal. Good. Now, let's open it up to the side. So if you've got your strap, you're gonna pull it open with your right hand. So your right hand leading that right leg to the floor. If you've got your hand on your leg, great. Now, if you have your knee bent here, I would straighten it out. It's gonna be a little easier to balance. And we wanna keep the left foot straight up to the sky. So it's our anchor on the floor. Then you can take this left arm out to the side, or you can place your hand on your hip if you feel like you're rolling. So many different options. This is just a beautiful pull and stretch for the hip flexors. Really good for the internal rotators, just all along that hip socket. Take one more breath there. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now this is the trickiest one for me. Let's bring it back to the middle, and you're going to switch hands. So your strap is now in your left hand, and start to pull across your body. I'm going to run into my wall. Pull across your body toward the floor. So you see how my hip has left the ground? That is the IT band through there, outer edge of that left hip. So it's going to give us a nice twist. But then look at your shoulder here. Let's try to pull our shoulder toward the floor. So we're reaching our arm to the ground, and then we're reaching the leg toward the ground too. They may not both go there. Maybe you'll just get one or the other. Try to feel sensations on both sides. With your foot flexed over here, foot flexed, and the knees straight, you can feel the IT band runs all the way down into the ankle. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. Go ahead and bend your knee. Ooh, I can feel that across all of my whole hip. And put that foot down. All right, let's readjust so we can do our other side. So now you're going to take your strap around your left foot up to the sky, and you decide if this right leg is going to stay bent or if it's going to be straight. Your left leg, you're trying to keep a straight knee as you can. That will give you a greater quality stretch in the hamstring. This is why we have the strap. If you're too worried about grabbing your toe, you're going to bend your knee and lose the stretch. So don't worry about it. Use the strap. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're even down here. It doesn't matter. Do you feel the sensation? That is what matters. Move to feel that sensation. Long length up the leg. Breathe, breathe. Sometimes it's hard to hold and stretch. It's really hard to keep our mind on target. We're letting go. It's okay. It's okay to let go. It's hard to do. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's grab that strap and move the leg open to the left. And if you have your right knee bent, you're going to keep it straight now. You're going to straighten it. And flex the toes and maybe the right arm on your hip or extend it out, whatever. You can feel this pull into the internal rotator of the hip there. Really deep. Try to take some comfort in the floor, feeling the ground beneath your body. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your leg back to the middle. Switch your hands. So now your right hand is on the strap and you're twisting toward the floor. On the other side. So this left hip has left the ground. Bring your left shoulder back down to the floor. Turn your gaze over that left shoulder. And we can feel this long pull all the way into that hip. Oh, my body just does not want to let go today. I'm struggling a little bit. Sometimes that's how it goes on our mats. But I know that I'm going to feel better after I do this. And I really hope that you will too. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your leg back to the middle. I like to bend mine. Oh, bring that knee into the chest. Let go of your strap. We'll just put it down off to the side. And then just prop your feet for a moment. Drop your hands. Let's just move. Windshield wiper knees back and forth. We were holding still for so long, but doing really great work, of course, for our body. But now it feels really nice just to move. Gentle movement, slow movement. But we can feel this across our sacrum, across our low back. A little stretch right there for the quadricep and psoas. Then we get the other side, of course, yeah? Really nice. Good. Let's do a final twist together. So release your left leg and just bring your right knee into your chest. And let's guide it across the body to the left side. Extend out that right arm once again. Turn your head over that right side. This is our last twist. So now we're trying to squeeze out, release any last remaining tension we might have, particularly in the hip, the low back, maybe across your shoulders or your neck. Just get heavy into the floor. Tell the body that it's okay. It's okay to relax. Really nice, everybody. Feel the ground just holding you, hugging you, supporting you beneath. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release that right leg. Let's do the left side. Pull the left knee into the chest. Guide it across your body to the right. Send out that left arm and turn your head over the left side. Same thing as before. Let everything relax. Try to let go. Try not to hold on to energy. I can feel it in my leg. I can feel myself holding on. Tell it to become limp. To let go. And just let the breath take over. Relax that body. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you were able to release. Bring your legs back to the middle and let them relax onto the mat. So one leg to each edge of the mat. If you want to prop your knees like you did at the beginning, that's totally fine. And just lay here. Try to think back to how you felt when you first laid in this position. Just do a quick body scan and ask yourself, do I feel any different now? I hope that you do. I'm going to allow you to rest there. So just let your thoughts and your thoughts float around you. And enjoy the sensation of rest. Start to wake yourself up. Rotate through your wrists and your ankles. Point and flex your feet. Stretch your arms overhead to lengthen through your whole body. And roll yourself onto one side in fetal pose. Gently press up to a comfortable seated position and bring your hands to heart center. BKS Iyengar, who was one of the forerunners of restorative yoga, said, and now I lost it, your body exists in the past, your mind exists in the future. In yoga, they come together. Thank you for your practice today. Namaste.